Parade Handmade. This week it's going to be a short one, but it's an important one. It's one of my favourite kind of things to do. It's a needs must situation. First of all, welcome to any new subscribers that have arrived. You're very, very welcome, and I hope you enjoy what we have going on here. Back to the project at hand. Right, it's to do with my hair. I've always had long hair since childhood. The odd time I've chopped it up, but in general I've had long hair, and I need things for my hair. It's to do with convenience. It's into everything. It dips in paint, it gets stuck in glue, there's bits fall out, I don't want it falling in the dinner, etc, etc. So I have it up a lot of the time unless I'm going fancy. I just want to say this is the only bobbin really that I have going that's really dependable. Ooh, I just kicked the I just kicked the you know what, the tripod. So with that in mind, I'll show you now. So let's just say you're on your way out, you have no bobbins, you need to grab something. I love these situations. It's sometimes the best things come out of necessity and you just use what you have. Same with cooking, same with anything. Right. The best nights out have been on a shoestring, if you know what I mean. Here's an old t-shirt. I love this t-shirt, but I've had lots and lots of wear out of it and it's getting smaller and smaller. So it needs something to be done with it. This is great. It's a great colour. I love the natural green colour and it's going to go with a lot of things that I wear. It goes great with purple, etc, etc. So first of all, the simplest and most easy thing to do is get your sleeve, because that's a good width. Just slice off a bit there at the seam. I mean, look, here I go brave again, but just slice off a chunky bit that you think would be nice, decent bobbin width. And then do it again. So you have two. This is the quickest and most simple idea that I have. It doesn't even have to be perfectly straight across. Now, if you're in a rush, that'll do you. Just get the two of them and just off you go, you know. But I mean, just to be a little bit fancy, you can secure it on the four sides with a little bead of your choice. So a button or bead, or just a thread. So I have a little bit of gold thread here. And, you know, just go to the spot where it's twisted. I mean, it's really, you know, inspectors don't get up onto the top of your head. I always say the hairstyle police are not there to inspect. This is my favourite gold thread. Anyone who knows me knows that I love gold thread, but you don't need anything fancy. You can just get green thread. So I'm just going to bear with it and just carry on back and forth through there and just make that happen. And really, it's as simple as this. And it's not fancy. Grip it, grasp it, make it, you know, gathered. That's enough of that. You've got yourself a bobbin. You don't even have to secure it in the other places, but do something similar, but jazz it up a bit. Slice off the three bits. I'm going to do it fatter. No, I'm not, because I started that one off slim. Right, so I'll just cut it off a little bit wider, just a bit wider. Grand, you see how easy it is? I mean, we'll get another piece. Down, I'm going to make it fatter. All right, I made it fatter, just to secure it. Now I'm going to go down again, right down to the bottom. Just go to the edge of the t-shirt. Now, those last two. Because the t-shirt material is quite thin and the stretch has gone out of it, it might be a good idea to get maybe a third one. So I'm going to go down again. Now, bearing in mind, if it's too long, you just tie a little knot in it. So that one's probably going to be longer. See? So I'm just going to tie a little knot at the side here, just to kind of bring it back into the ballpark of the other two. Grand. Now, what I like to do is, I like to get bead heaven. So bead heaven, or button heaven. Everyone has a box of buttons in their house, I'm sure, or a jar, no, coffee jar or something. I'm going to put them in the lid. I've got bead heaven because I've made jewellery for years, but everyone's going to have some kind of bits and bobs somewhere that they don't really need. And I'm going to just make myself work with what I've got. So I have my three little things. These ones now, you can use these for a hairband either. Let's just say we make a hairband out of this. You can do the same as the previous one where you have your four toggles tied. You can do this with 3 or 4 bands if you like. And then you can put a little bead on, or you can make a little pile of beads in one section. So let's just say these 3 are going to be a hairband. Try them on your head and just make sure you either tighten them with a knot or extend them with a few bits and pieces. The more snaggles out of them, the better, in my opinion. So you get your needle with your thread, tie a knot in the bottom of it. I have gold here, but it's just because I'm obsessed with this thread at the moment. You can use, it would probably be better to use dark thread or whatever color your material is, just so it'll be hidden. But I don't always care about these things. I like the creativity of just splash. Go for it. So now I am going to do a little collection. I'm going to get out that big red one. That's too big. Now, there's one. That's kind of cool. It'd be kind of boho, I suppose. And oh, there's a little purpley one. Will my needle go through there? Is the question. Yes, it will. Good. Oh, there's a little flower. I'll sew the flower on. And maybe I'll start with that. A little pearly. Pearlies are always kind of cool in the mix. And then just so, you know, to adhere to that thing where you have, you know, 3, 5, 7. I'm not really strict about that, but I'm just going to do it for, oh, there's a heart. So it's a heart or a flower. What do you think? I think the heart. So I still have to get one more thing. Will I go turquoise? No, I'm all, well, it kind of works, but no. I'll keep it in the pinks, greens, lilacs. Oh, is that too much? It is a bit much. What do I do? That's actually a piece of agate. That might work. I'm restricting myself. What about that button? A button? Yeah, a button. Can we take the white out? Take the pearl out? Take the pearl out. There, that kind of works, does it? Yes, I think. So now, back to basics. I am going to get the 3 together, which is important. Up through the 3 of them in one spot. Oh, it's doing that again. I don't think I'll be using this thread for this purpose. I think I'm splitting it. I think that's what's happening. I think I'd use something nice and strong. That'll be the main element. But I just want to show you. Yeah, this is not working. Ah! Right, I've changed thread. The best one I could find was a black one. I'm not keen on black thread. I don't know why. I just like colours. I know black is a colour with the absence of colour. And I will just go again where I was going before. Up through the 3. Keep them together. The old bits. And that's good. It's a good big knot and it's a double thread. It happens to be silk thread. It was the nearest I could get, but I'm not going to worry too much. So pull it through and you're just going to build up your little bunch of beads. Now you could add a little bit of material under that if you wanted, you know, as a base, but I'm going to keep this nice and simple. That was really nice as well, wasn't it? Ooh, I think I might include it. Right, I'm going to do it. I didn't see that there. How could you not see that there? It was huge. And you'll know when you have your beads how you want to secure them, but I'd keep the needle going back and through, in and out in the same spot if you can. So back through and then find the hole for the bead, back through and go through a couple of times. This is metal bead, so it might cut the thread. All right, I'm going to go down again. Probably a bit foolhardy, but listen, when you're on the way out the door and you want the thing to work, you just go for it. Go for it. There are no style police, as they say. I'm going to come back through and secure. I'd like this to hang down, so I'm going to put that on. This happens to be a little link from something, a necklace or something I made before. So I'll secure it under there. I'm just going to let it hang down from underneath that. So the secure it on the top. You don't have to go through the 3 of them now because they're fairly well sewn together, but just make sure that you have the little thing done. And then we'll put in this. Now I'm going to go down through the hole. This is kind of cute. It's kind of a beading thing. And I'm going to put a seed bead or something small on the end. Will she find a seed bead? They're in the bottom. I'll try and get a small one. Yeah, I see one out there. There. That'll do it. As long as my needle goes through the hole. Does it? No. Needs to go through the hole. There's a blue one. Blue? We don't want blue. Oh, there's a pearl. Will it work on the pearl? I don't think so. It's a faux pearl. Yes. Okay, so through the hole, and then you just go back up through the main bead with your needle, up through the hole. Typical beading earring or something process. Hold the small bead and bring it up to the top nice and tight, and then secure it up here. Grand. In these videos, it's funny, I'm always imagining people scooting past these parts so they can figure out themselves, because that's what I would do. Now, oh no, not that one. I could do a little button. I don't think we'll use that now. That could have been cool though. It's a bit awkward. I'm going to use this one, the agate, just because I have it there to use. We may have to find another bead. So what will I do? Will I do it the same way? I'll do it the same way. Another small bead. Since those little pearlies are working, if I see another one, there's one, I might try and use it. I do like pearls added, just a look of pearl. It doesn't have to be a real pearl, freshwater pearl or anything. In you go. I hope this, yeah, it is. And like I said, secure it on the material underneath a couple of times. Whoops, don't let it get wrapped around in the wrong way. Just make sure there is no wrong way, but just don't let it be showing, really. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. In you go. Right, now let me see, how's that? It's kind of cool. I think I'll get one more element though. Now they're going to fall all over in different places. I don't think a button is the thing, or is it? That's too big. Maybe that deep, deep blue colour for depth. Yeah, not the turquoise. There's a broken agate. I wonder, oh, that's gorgeous. Yeah, I like the look of that. I'm going to use that. That's purple agate, and it was too broken for a necklace, so I'm going to, it's crystally there. Oh, it's gorgeous. I'm going to use that. I like it. So now, and a little crystally one. Oh, I wonder would the blue go on the end of it, or is that too much? See, this is how I do things. You have to try things, because sometimes, you know, you can't see it ahead of time. Put it there and just put it up to it, and you might find something new. There's one. Grand. They must have fallen off in something. Oh, is it going to work? If they're in this bead heaven, it might be they wouldn't work with whatever was happening before. Back up through it. I had no intention really of using that technique, you know. But, like I said, you just use everything that you know how to do when you're doing these things. Just use all your skills you ever had ever. And go for it. And, you know, you'll be out the door in a few minutes and your hair will be tied up in something funky and new. And I swear that will be the time people will be like, ooh, where did you get your thing? It's great. The biggest successes I ever had in art or jewellery creation or anything like that are things that I barely thought about. Which makes me think, when you get out of your own way and just let things happen through your hands, just let it happen. Stop controlling everything and, oh, I think this is nicer and that matches and there's the 3-5-7 rule and all that. You just be relaxed and just go for it very often. That'll be the very thing. Try to do that sometimes. Doesn't always work. Definitely have to do it in art. So now I'm going to secure that and I'll show you what it's like. Next week, hopefully, I'll get back to doing my... I'll show you what it's like in my own hair now in a second. Hee, I'm so happy. If it's too big, I can tie a knot on either side or what have you. Could do it anyway. We'll see. Show you in a minute. There's the gruig. That's hair in Irish for anybody who's uninitiated. Let me see. You just throw it over your head. Reminds me of childhood. I always had a hairband, the brown hairband that I made when I was 4 in school. That was when I was learning how to knit. 10 stitches across. Now, and that's it. Oops, over the earrings. I'm going to take the earrings out quickly. Ooh. Now, there you go. So you can do that. You can jazz that up. You can make this bigger, make it beadier or tighter. That's a little bit loose for me. So what I do is, I'd give it a bit more detail even up there. I would, I know this is mad, cut it there. And then tie a knot up closer. Closer to the detailed area. And then So now, there you are, that's it. It's all snaggly and straggly, and then you just pop it on. Whoops. And you've got a kind of a funky thing for your hair. I didn't say hairbands don't suit me really, but they do the trick. And there you have it. Grand for a 4-year-old. I don't know about me and this, but I'll definitely use it as a hair towel. So, my darlings, thank you for watching, and I look forward to next week, where I'll show you a little bit more about part number 3 of my autumn jumper felting project. Enjoy the week, good luck with your stuff, and go for it.